Is this a big-ass scam? How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious, and finally, I'm here to talk about the treasure altar. This has been live a couple days. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Give me a break. It's still running for 4.5 more days. This video is going to come out pretty soon after I film it, so you'll have 4 days to have the information I'm bestowing to gestate in your brain. Basically, no, it's not a scam, but also kind of screw you, Moonton. This is a classic Moonton Moveton, where they do a kind of cool thing, but kind of blow it. So what are they blowing? Let's start with the bad, and then let's get to the good. Well, this setup. Yes, I know if we look here, it kind of does look like a pyramid, so consciously or subconsciously, you're thinking, oh, you go from the bottom to the top, but it doesn't say that anywhere. It basically implies it's going to be random. If you go to the info, it just says, consume diamonds to get a draw at the altar. After it begins, one free draw opportunity will be provided. Each draw is guaranteed to yield a reward, and these are the rewards. It never says you start at the bottom and you work your way to the top. However, I've had dozens of people reach out to me to say, oh my god, the weights are not even at all. It is heavily weighted that you hit the bottom, then the next row, then the next row, then the top. It's not scripted. It's not always the same order. And from what I can tell, you can get randomly lucky. This implies even rates, right? Like many things in this game. But the rates aren't even. And Moonton, why do you just keep playing yourself? Because if we switch over to the good now, it's actually a good event. If you do the entire thing, well, first off, you have to be capable of doing the entire thing. But if you have the diamonds to do it, which by the way, that includes free, then 50 diamonds, 150, 300, I'm adding as I go. 500, 750, 1050, 1400, 1800, 2300, 2900, 3600, 4400, 5300, 6300, 7400, 8600, and then, yeah, okay, 10,100. So if you have 10,100 diamonds to spare, which I am lucky to have, but I think a lot of players might not have, if you do have that, there is more than 10,100 diamonds worth of value over here. That's without a doubt. However, if you don't, there's still really good stuff, especially if you stop like halfway, because you're only getting up towards 10,000 as you get to the higher and higher pulls. The more pulls you do, each pull costs more and more diamonds. So if you stopped after 800, so you only had 5 pulls remaining, the 900 pull, 1,000 pull, 1,100 pull, 1,200 pull, 1,500 pull, remember when I said 800, I believe we jumped up to 4,400 diamonds. That's not much. That is 50 pulls, right? So for the price of 50 rare summons, but really 47 because you're getting a rebate here, you're getting all but 5 of these things. So even if you miss out on the top row, this and then all this, that is worth 50 rare summons, in my opinion. There's some really good stuff in here. Depends on where you're at in the game. If you're very early on and you're just trying to fill out your roster, sure. But for other people, I mean, getting stuff like this, certainly the 5 advanced refining crystals, crazy. 5 chances at 3 or 4 star keystones. Each one of those is going to probably give you at least 1 ancient, right? All these other potential amazing goodies. And then, yeah, maybe you get lucky and snipe higher. I've not confirmed if you can do it, but it seems like you can. But basically, it is a good event. You know, if you know when to stop, or you know the order, if we knew the actual chances so people could approach it, if people were empowered with the right information to approach it, it is a really, really good event. But because Moonton, once again, has deprived us of key information, they are undermining what they've created here. And what they've created actually is a really cool event. For content creators with a huge stash of diamonds, for players that have been playing for a while saving, and certainly for pay-to-win players, there is greater than 10,100 diamonds worth of value here. I mean, this mythic artifact essence alone, I would think an endgame player would value at several thousand diamonds. I mean, I'd say the lowest you could go is like 4,000 diamonds. I personally would value it at 5,000 or 6,000. Once you start adding all this stuff, I mean, what endgame player wouldn't spend 1,000 diamonds for a recasting hammer? Who wouldn't spend 2 or 3 or 4 for an advance? I really think that's the point of the game we're at. You get a divine, you get some ancients, you're going to get ancients from here and all the other goodies. This is worth more than 10,100. We can do the math right now. Divide that by 88. You're talking less than 115 summons with how much they give us summons in this game. The value's here. But because Moonton is doing Moonton stuff, they're not disclosing rates and they're implying to the average person who's going to perceive this as even distribution. That is how the average human would look at this, I believe. Like, I know, I'm acknowledging it's kind of like a pyramid, but it's not like arrows are pointing up or in any direction. It does not seem that you have a better shot to hit the bad stuff at the bottom than the top. If you've been playing this game for a while, you might just think that's what they did anyway, and you'd be right. But they don't tell us, and I don't know how they keep getting away with this. It's driving me nuts. Moonton is the definition of, I won't say 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back, but it's like 1 step forward, 1 step back. They always started in a good place, and then they do something kind of generous, and then they undermine it. So they kind of just go back to where they were. But they never go to the, the depths of depravity of other developers in the space, I would say. Yeah, they never fully are able to, divorce themselves from the reputation that all these other gacha developers have earned all the developers in the genre, because they make that step forward, but then they go right back to where we were. Okay, that's the end of my little rant. So, my thoughts. Use the 4,400 diamonds. Everyone should have 4,400 diamonds. If you don't, that's annoying. I hope you had some saved. Otherwise, just chip away. I mean, the first bit, it's fine, right? I mean, we've got it here, even if you were doing, this is in order. So let's say this is the worst to this. I mean, this already is 120 diamonds. So, right, that's 2 stamina refills. So if we look here, the first one's free, then it's 50, then it's 100, then it's 150. These 3 rare summoning crystals, that's going to come out to 264 diamonds, right? So that's already ahead. I'd say up at least the first 3 to 5, there's no reason for any player not to do. Do the 4,400 or do whatever it is, 3,600 or 2,900. Pick one of those numbers, see how it goes. I still think that's worthy. And then certainly if you have 10,100 diamonds, you should do it. And I'm going to do that right now. That's how we'll end the video. Let me know your thoughts on this, though. All in all, I just think poor rollout, which is a little bit par for the course with things like this. But that's how it goes, baby. Before I pull, if you made it to this point in the video, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying so hard to get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We just passed 49,200 this morning, which means we're at just less than 800 to go. Is December 7th, so we have 3.5 weeks left. If we can pick up 30 subs a day, and historically during hot streaks, we pick up 50, 60 subs a day. If we could pick up 30 subs a day, we will hit 50,000 by the end of the year, which would be incredible. So please consider subscribing if you have not yet. Give the video a thumbs up if you would like. Let's go. Let's see. Is the distribution as messed up as I've been telling you and as I've been hearing from people DMing me, from some of you? Let's go. The free pull. I hate the way they do that too. It's like, oh, is it going to land there? All right, bottom row. Let's skip the animation. Bottom row. Bottom row. The chances already of this happening are fairly slim. Yes, there are more things to hit in the bottom row. But, I mean, how many things are there total? There's 8 in the bottom row, then 5, then 4, then 1. So it's 4 plus 1, 5, 5, 10. So there's 18 things. So we've hit, there was an 8 out of 18 chance, then it was a 7 out of 17 chance, and it was a 6 out of 16 chance. I mean, it's possible, but already not likely. Let's see where we hit. Again, bottom row, already coming up on impossible. Not impossible, but extremely unlikely. All right, now we hit for the first time, not the bottom row. Back to the bottom row. Got a little bit of bottom row action there. So think about this. We have pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of our 7 have been in the bottom row. So statistically improbable. So clearly the weights are not even. It's probably these share a 50% chance, or probably it's more. These probably share a 75% chance over these 8, or maybe it's an 80% chance, so it's a 10% chance to hit one of these. And then we got 20% left for this entire thing. Maybe this shares a 15% chance, so it's 3% for each of these. And now we've got 5% left. Maybe these all share, I don't know, just over 1% chance, and this is a little bit less than 1%. I mean, that's probably what we're looking at. It could be 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 0.2. That's what this feels like right now. Okay, did we hit? We hit second row. So we got 6 on the bottom, 2 in the second to the bottom, none in the second to the top, and not the grand prize. There we got 1 gear recasting hammer. Okay, so bottom row again. So 7 of our first 9 have been bottom row. Now we get second row. So 10 of our first 10 have been the bottom 2 rows. And 7 of our first 10 have been bottom row. There's our rare crystal. So 8 out of 11 are bottom row, and 11 out of 11 are bottom 2 rows. Now 12 out of 12 are bottom 2 rows. 13 out of 13 are bottom 2 rows. The chances of this happening, that we strategically miss the top 5 prizes, if the weights were even, there's no way. So why are you doing this to us? All right, second row. Are we going to get the essence last? Let's see. Yes, we do. It's 70 to 80% scripted, and everything else is just heavily weighted. This is some bogus stuff if you didn't know it going in. So I'm trying to tell you now. So if you've been on the fence about this, you know it now. This is, say it with me, kind of a scam. Good value if you do it the right way, but overall, based on how they're selling it to us and what we're seeing when we look at it and the limited info, this is kind of a scam. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you to Mitchell for editing this video. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.